What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? So today I would like to welcome you all to Seven Band Financial Agency. That's my business. Welcome to my live stream I have here, Money Talk Show, and I'm just gonna get right into it, man. My name is Malik. I'm an entrepreneur, um, and I'm solving three major problems right now. And as an entrepreneur, you get paid based off the size of the problem that you solve. Well, the first problem I'm solving is distribution of financial service products. I'm a 25-year-old African American male with dreads that has access to a market that a 61-year-old Caucasian would have a hard time getting to. Now, I'm not a racist guy or anything like that, but to be honest, they have one foot in and one foot out. They're about to retire, right? So these Fortune 500 companies like Forrester's Financial, AIG, John Hancock, American National, they pay me very well to give them access to a diverse market. You know, millennials, Gen Zs, Gen Xers, minorities, women, to give them access to, a diverse market. So that's the first problem that I'm solving as an entrepreneur. The second problem I'm solving here, guys, is financial literacy. We don't learn how money works in America. Not in high school, not in college, and unfortunately, most of us don't even learn at home. So what ends up happening? We're going to make mistakes in our 20s and our 30s. We're going to try to recover in time for retirement in our 40s and 50s, but it's incomplete. Because how are you going to be aware of something if no one ever really told you, right? So on my show, on the Money Talk Show, I talk the money game, how your 401k works, the three ways that money grows, how money grows, the 5 homes of money, where's the best place to put your money, and to diversify your portfolio. What's infinite banking? Tax codes. I normally call these tax code like cheat codes to the money game. Tax code 7702, 101, 72E, how they work. What's indexing? A financial strategy that we don't learn daily. I'm going to be educating people here on my Money Talk Show. And the last problem that I'm solving as an entrepreneur is just blazing a path for other people to become entrepreneurs as well. Because if they see me doing it, they can see that, hey, I can go down this path and do it too. Because if you want to start a business in America, you have to attract two of the largest generations. And they're the Gen Zs and millennials. And they're different. They don't want to work behind a desk. We don't want to work behind a desk or kiosks for like 30 years or 40 years until we retire, right? We want to live our best life. We want to travel, get married, enjoy fun things in life rather than just paying bills and a little weekend fun, right? And that's just pretty much just the overview of what it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition over into my presentation that I've created here. So I'm going to transfer over here for a second. Alright, can you guys see my screen? Alright, cool. So right now, you should just be seeing the 3 ways that money grows. Okay, now this isn't some sales presentation. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm just trying to show you guys the 3 ways that money grows. And I want you guys to view it with 3 sets of eyes. So 1, if you find this information knowledgeable, make sure you click my website that's right here. Make sure you click my website and go on there and check out more of my videos that I have and more information about what it is that I do. Stuff like that. So I'm just going to go right into it. Okay? 3 ways that money grows. Now, I don't care where you have your money at right now. You can have your money in the stock markets. You can have your money in the banks, your CDs, money markets, mutual funds, crypto. You can just have your money anywhere, right? Your money is growing three different ways. Okay, your money is either growing fixed, variable, or index. All right. Now, in this presentation, I'm just going to be doing the pros and cons to each one of these with a plus and a minus. Okay, and I'm going to have a visual chart for people that's more visual like me. I'm going to have a visual chart here to just show you guys what things would possibly look like if you would have your money in this type of account or in this area of growing money. Okay. Now with these fixed accounts, I'm just going to start with fixed accounts here. With these fixed accounts, these more like your banks. Okay. If you're thinking of fixed, you're thinking, okay, I put my money here and it's safe, right? So when you put your money in the banks, CDs, money markets, checkers accounts, that money is safe. So obviously, that is the pros to having your money in a fixed account, right? Now, when you put your money there, it's backed by the FDIC for up to $250,000, right? So it's good, it's straight. Now, the cons to having your money here is that you only get that low growth on your money. If people have your money in a checkers account and savings account, as we know now, a fixed account, you're only getting that low growth of money, right? Now, from a visual standpoint of things, if you're a visual person just like me, I love seeing visuals because I can just understand things, and it's just it makes me, okay? And this is what your money will look like if you have your money here growing in a fixed account. Yeah, you have it safe backed by the FDIC, but not the best place to save money long term if you wanted it to grow and compound and expand rather than just sitting there not working for you. The next account we have is these variable accounts. Variable accounts are more like 401ks, 403bs, TSPs, crypto, stock market, anything that goes up and down like a seesaw would be considered variable. Okay, so the pros to having your money in a variable account is that you can see growth. You can see exponential growth that happens to your money. If you invest in, I don't know, I have a couple of my money in Bitcoin. So when I see Bitcoin go up, my money goes up, right? Now, the cons to this, to having money in a variable account, is that I'm risky losing all or a portion of my money, right? As I see my money in Bitcoin, it goes up. When I check my phone sometimes, like the next day or a following day, the crypto might be down and I would lose a portion of my money, right? But it's okay because Bitcoin goes back up, right? That's the pros to it. It goes back up. But from a visual standpoint of things, this is what money looks like growing in a variable account, right? It's like it's up, down, up, down, right? And you can see that big dip right there. You can probably see back in, I remember back in 2008 when the housing market crashed, that could be represented as that big dip, right? So the next account is not as popular as the banks, and it's not as popular as like the stock market. Index account, they come in two different forms, okay? They come in what is called a FIA, a fixed index annuity, and they come in IUL, an index universal life, okay? Now, those are both insurance products, okay? Insurance, if you didn't know, guys, insurance has a disposition to not lose money and not lose value. So obviously here, the pros to having your money in an index account growing is that it's safe. Okay? It's an insurance. Insurance is like the backbone of the world. You got insurance on your phone, insurance on your house. This is like insurance on your money as it grows. Okay? Now, The cons to it, because everything has a con to it, the cons to this is that your money is capped. Okay, if you're growing money in an index account, it is capped anywhere between 0 to 9%. What do I mean? You're not getting anything below 0, and you're not getting anything above 9. Okay, it's capped. So, let me give you guys an example here. All right, let's say this index account is indexing the S&P 500. I'm talking about your Fortune 500 companies in America. I'm talking your Apple, Amazon stocks. I'm talking about your big boys, right? So with this index account, this S&P 500, all of those little things, it just goes into that index account, right? And it's being indexed, right? So this index account is mirroring the S&P 500. Things are going alongside it. So let's say the S&P 500, after you was watching CNBC, you watching the markets, you watching them, and you see the S&P 500 is up 20%. You see the S&P 500 go across the screen. S&P 500 plus 20%, right? So if you have an IUL, an Index Universal Life policy, you get 9% growth on that money. So if you see the S&P 500 went up 20% and you have an Index Universal Life policy, your money is capped at 9. So you're going to get everything up to that 9%. So you're going to get 9% growth on your money. Okay? So let's say you watching CNBC. You're watching the CNBC news again and you see the S&P 500 go across the screen again. Right? And you see this time it's up 8%. You would get 8% growth on your money. Okay? Now, let's say we see the S&P 500, it was a bad year. All right? It was a bad year. At the end of that year, you see the S&P 500 is down negative 38%. Now, let me pause here for a second, okay? The S&P 500, it is a point-to-point, okay? A point-to-point average from January all the way to December. The average of that'll be the average for the S&P 500, okay? It wouldn't be like a monthly payout, nothing like that. It would be on a point-to-point, year-to-year, all right? So let's say 1 year, we see the S&P 500 on CNBC go across, and it says negative 38%. Everybody's scared. Oh wow, we're scared, right? Everybody's terrified. Just imagine back in 2008 when the market, like when the real estate crashed, everybody was scared. We seen it, right? If you had your money in an IUL, in an Index Universal Life policy, you would lose 0. 0 is your hero. Okay? Because you're not getting anything below 0. You're not getting anything above 9. That's when because it's capped. Okay? Now, from a visual standpoint of things, just so all of this can come together, because I love visuals. I personally love them. I can understand things way better when I'm seeing things as a visual. All right? So from a visual standpoint of things, this is what an indexed account looks like on a growth chart. All right? It's like stairs. So, for example, when it goes up, you're making money. Market tries to go down, your money is safe. It's not going to go down because that 0 is your hero, right? So it's just going to keep doing it over and over. This is like turning your money going from 2, 4, 6, 8. It's just compounding over time on the growth of the S&P 500. Okay? Now, with these fixed account, most people, when they hear this presentation, they say, I like fixed accounts because they're safe, right? We all love safety. We all love to have our money safe. If we're investing our money somewhere, we love to have it safe. right? But if you're investing your money somewhere and it's not growing for you, not the best place to save money long term, right? Now, these variable accounts, I love to see my Bitcoin go up. I love to see it go up. Sometimes, right? I don't like losing all or a portion of my money. It just hurts me a little bit when I lose some and gain some, but I lose some, right? Now, these index accounts, it's like the best of both worlds. I'm glad I decided to learn about this and also do it for myself. Okay? Because I have the best of both worlds. My money is safe and I'm not losing when the market goes down. I'm making money on the growth of the S&P 500 as it goes up. And when if it goes down, I'm not losing anything. So it's like I have the best of both worlds. Next thing we're going to talk about here, guys, is principal protection. Okay? Principal protection. Next thing we're going to talk about here, guys, is principal protection. Sorry about that. It's going to be called principal protection. Let's say here, for example, that I gave you guys $100. If you're watching here, I gave you 100, you 100, you 100, you 100, you 100, right? Gave you 100. And you guys decided to put your money in a variable account, the stock market, okay? Or crypto or anything like that. And when you put your money there, it tanks, right? It goes down negative 50%, okay? Because what goes up, what goes down must go back up, right? So half of $100, you'll have about $50 left. Negative 50%, you have $50 left. But let's say it goes back up 50%. You will have not $100 again, you will have $75 instead. Because when the market goes down from what you already had and then go back up, you have to do twice as much growth just to get back to square one. That's 25% of where you started from. So you will have to do an extra 25 just to get back to your $100. So there's a guy by the name of Warren Buffett. He has these books on money and finances when it comes to not losing money, okay? And he has these two rules when it comes to money. Simply, rule number one, he says, just don't lose money. And rule number two is, don't forget rule number one, just don't lose money, right? He's saying we want principal protection. So that's gonna be it here today, guys. And yeah, that's just gonna be it.